Good Tuesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to what's making news, let's head outside and take a quick look outside our weather window. And it was kind of a cloudy day out there today, but we did see peeks at the sun. Gotta say it, the Weather Service kind of blew our forecast today. It was supposed to be raining from noon to 4. We didn't see anything here in the Wenatchee area. I know there were showers around north central Washington, but we stayed dry today with that blue sky. And I'll tell you what, tonight we could see some gusty winds developing, and that could go into Wednesday morning too. Out of the west, I think in Wenatchee about 10 to 20 miles an hour, a little bit stronger. Places east and maybe up around the Waterville area where you can see gusts between, 30 and 45 miles an hour. So we'll keep our eye on the wind tonight, and then more rain coming as we get a little bit later in the week. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. The latest lawsuit to overturn Governor Jay Inslee's requirements for COVID-19 vaccination has been tossed out of federal court. More applications to operate short-term rentals in Chelan County are expected to arrive soon. And if weather cooperates, the state expects to wrap up work Wednesday on an emergency repair project on Highway 2 between East Wenatchee and Orondo. But first, our top story tonight. A Wenatchee woman was arrested late last week after allegedly striking a 74-year-old man on foot with her car in the Walmart parking lot. Police say 35-year-old Kelly D. Gleason was waiting for another car to vacate a parking space Friday when the driver of a nearby truck backed into her vehicle. The driver got out of his truck to speak with Gleason, and when he walked back in front of her car, she allegedly lurched the vehicle forward and knocked him to the ground. Gleason was jailed over the weekend and faces a possible charge of vehicular assault. Well, the latest lawsuit to overturn Governor Jay Inslee's requirements for COVID-19 vaccination has been tossed out of federal court. U.S. District Judge Thomas Rice ruled against plaintiffs yesterday in Spokane, refusing to grant an injunction that would stop the governor's mandate. Inslee ordered all Washington health workers and about 800,000 state employees to be vaccinated by October 18th or lose their jobs. About 1,900 people have resigned or been terminated from state employment since then. It's the latest of 42 court challenges that have failed to halt the vaccine requirement. Well, more applications to operate short-term rentals in Chelan County are expected to arrive soon. As of last week, the county had only received about 40 applications from vacation rental owners to continue operating under the county's new regulations for the practice. Community Development Director Jim Brown told Chelan County Commissioners yesterday that based on his conversation with those owners, a flood of new applications is on the horizon. There are an estimated 1,300 housing units that have already been used for nightly and weekend rentals in the county. If weather cooperates, the state expects to wrap up work tomorrow on an emergency repair project on Highway 2 between East Wenatchee and Orondo. The work caused big traffic backups on the highway last week, and the State Department of Transportation encouraged travelers to use Highway 97A on the other side of the Columbia River. The work to repair failing sections of wheel rut chip seal was scheduled to wrap up last Friday, but rain delayed the work into this week. Coming up next, military medics who deployed last week to help Central Washington Hospital deal with its COVID-19 crunch have been joined by a support team of contractors. A Wenatchee City Councilman has been hired as the new general manager of PEST Public Market. Wenatchee City Hall may be under construction, but it's still big enough for playtime. We'll tell you all about that. And foot-powered trick-or-treating returns to Wenatchee Avenue this Sunday after a drive-by version of the Halloween tradition last year. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
What is home? A place to gather, a place to grow, provide shelter for the ones we love, eat, drink, restore, build trust. It's a place to rest when the workday is done, a place to find quiet after a night of good fun. What an honor we have at Guild to help own, finance, create, pave the way to live in home.
Traditional values and innovation in honoring the life of each family we serve is part of the ministry of Heritage Memorial Chapel. Our staff is committed to walk with your family with compassion through this time of grief. We are here to help and here to serve, the right kind of help when you need it most. Heritage Memorial Chapel.
Welcome back. In another news, military medics who deployed last week to help Central Washington Hospital deal with its COVID-19 crunch have been joined now by a support team of contractors. Confluence Health says in addition to 4 physicians, 14 RNs, and 2 respiratory therapists sent by the U.S. Army, a second team from military contractor ACI Federal all arrived Saturday to provide staffing support. Confluence Health and other hospital systems have suffered from staff shortage and grueling hours during the pandemic. Right now, it's tending to 44 hospitalized COVID-19 patients in Wenatchee, including 15 in intensive care. A Wenatchee City Councilman has been hired as the new general manager of PEST Public Market. Travis Hornsby will replace Leslie Freitag, who is retiring after leading PEST for the past 2.5 years. In addition to serving on the city council, Hornby owns and operates Blue Palm Frozen Yogurt in Moses Lake. Hornby, who also will be PEST Foundation Director, will work alongside Freitag beginning November 15th until her departure at the end of the year. Wenatchee City Hall may be under construction, but it's still big enough for playtime. The city of Wenatchee hosts an indoor playground for local kids ages 4 and under starting November 8th. Playtimes on the building's second floor are set for Mondays through Thursdays until mid-March. Interested parents can pre-register at the phone number on or email address on your screen. Masks will be required for grown-ups and older kids. The cost varies between $2 and $2.50. Well, foot-powered trick-or-treating returns to Wenatchee Avenue this Sunday after a drive-by version of the Halloween tradition last year. Downtown Association Director Linda Haglund told Wake Up Wenatchee Valley's Dan Kuntz today that 3 blocks of the avenue will be closed off for the outdoor trick-or-treating.
On Sunday, we could provide a little bit of normality back to our community. So we're going to ask everybody to do a few things to help us stay within the guidelines. Dan, but between 2nd Street and Orondo, we're keeping everybody in the street, and we want people to come and the little goblins to wear their masks, and it's Halloween, right? Everybody loves wearing these things,
absolutely.
Right? So wear masks and get some candy. You know, the Chelan Douglas Fire District are bringing a fire truck down. Link's bringing a haunted bus down. Goodfellows is bringing a great big excavator. Waste Management is bringing a local favorite is a brand new sparkling garbage truck. The kids just love seeing that. So we'll have some big vehicles in the street. We'll start shutting the street down about noon to be able to accommodate this at 1. But we hope there'll be fun things to look at. People will mill around, get their candy. And you said it right. In 2019, the sidewalk was a sea of humanity, barely inching down. We can't do that way. So we're just going to keep it off the sidewalk. It will be totally for walking, and all the trick-or-treating will happen in the street.
You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come right here on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
A new novel is now available at Amazon.com. The title, Lost Treasure of the China Bar, details life on the Columbia River and Plateau during the 1800s. You ask, is the treasure still buried somewhere near Chelan? Find out by reading Lost Treasure of the China Bar.
Lost Treasure of the China Bar. Buy it on Amazon.com. $12.99 for paperback, $2.99 for Kindle. A great gift.
At Wenatchee Power Sports, we proudly offer the Polaris product line. Polaris builds the highest quality side-by-side in the industry, with off-road capability that's second to none. The Polaris pre-order program allows customers to purchase the vehicle they want without having to select from limited dealer inventory. The Wenatchee Valley has year-round access to some of the best ORV trails in the Northwest. Start your adventure here at Wenatchee Power Sports.
Are you a take charge kind of person? Consider a career as a health unit coordinator. You'll work to keep health facilities running efficiently by coordinating medical providers, patients, and departments. The Charter College Certificate in Health Unit Coordinator program can get you up to speed on basic patient care, health records management, health and safety procedures, and medical billing. And the 10-month online program includes a computer you keep. Get started at chartercollege.edu, where we work to get you to work.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. For the last year, North Central Washington Young Voters has been organizing online forums led by teen moderators where local candidates discuss key issues. NCWLIFE is presenting segments from their forums on the Wenatchee Valley School Board races all this week. In tonight's feature story, we turn to the race for Eastmont School District Position 3 with incumbent Annette Eggers and challenger Jason Hines.
And Daniel asks, how will you work to listen to the voices of Latino families that have generally been underrepresented in the past?
You're sitting down with those Latino families, Latino students, listening to how Eastmont can do better. We're not hitting the mark on everything. We're not perfect. Eastmont School District in that sense. So sitting down with those students, parents, having, get-togethers with school board members, making myself available, having, I wouldn't say town halls because those never happen or work, but being available, putting myself out there on social media, being approachable, being available to those families and figuring out how we can work better. How we can do better within the Latino community. A large portion of the school-age children in Eastmont are Latino families. And so trying to figure out how we can do better to help them out. I don't have all the answers, and I won't even venture to guess to have all the answers. So having those folks that have that ability to help me out, I'm going to reach out and I'm going to ask for help.
As we've moved forward over the last several years, there's lots of things that Eastmont has done, and I would encourage us to continue to not only do those things, but implement other things as well. With everything going, everything in writing and also in social media going out in Spanish and English, that is a big deal. I think that is so important. Also, our PAC group that I spoke about earlier when I was talking about the English Language Learners Program, our PAC group it's intended for those Latino families to have a voice, to get together, to meet with administrators and teachers and see where things are and where they need to go, and making sure that we get a report back from the people who are the administration or the people who are in charge of those programs. That will help us make good decisions. Also, one of our strategic plan goals is to change our percentage, to increase our percentage of Latino Hispanic staff, as well as our Spanish speaking staff.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you all had a great Tuesday. We thought it was going to be a wet one. Boy, the forecast yesterday and even this morning, Weather Service calling for an 80% chance between noon and 4. Instead, this is pretty much what we got this afternoon, a mix of clouds and sun out there. There were some light showers around North Central Washington, just not so much here in the Wenatchee Valley, and that made for a beautiful shot from our cross camera up on Wenatchee Heights. Look at that. Unofficially, high temperature today, 54, and that is right where we should be for this time of year. Low temperature almost right in the ballpark, too. We were at 39 this morning. 37 is our normal low temperature. Record high on this date, 68 degrees, set back in 1992. And for the second night in a row, our overnight low temperature was set last year at 27 degrees. We did pick up a trace of precipitation. That was overnight, didn't amount to much. Still at 3.80 for precipitation since January 1st. Sunrise 7:36. The sunset now before the newscast gets over at 5:53. I should say after the newscast gets over at 5:53. Let's take a look now at what we can expect as we get you into your Hump Day Wednesday. And things will be about like today, maybe a little bit warmer in many places. Moses Lake, 57 degrees, 57 for Ephrata as well, about 56 in Quincy, and mid-50s, about 55 for Wenatchee, 53 in Leavenworth, only 48 the high in Lake Wenatchee, and Chelan, you will check in tomorrow also at 55 degrees. Taking a look at what we can expect now tonight, cloudy skies. It will be a bit breezy. Big, strong westerly flow moving into western Washington and into our area. We're going to keep about a 60% chance of rain tonight. We'll see if it happens. Low temperatures in the lower 40s. As we get into Wednesday then, we just talked about it. Temperatures very similar today. Mostly cloudy, and then late tomorrow night, we're going to see another chance for rain, about a 70% chance for it as this area of low pressure slides some clouds and some moisture our way. That could make for a little bit of a windy day for Thursday after this system moves to the north. Areas of barometric pressure and isobars very tightly packed, and we could see some wind on Thursday and some morning rain showers. By Friday, though, things do dry out. We'll see mostly sunny skies. Here's high pressure now in control of our weather. We'll see high temperatures with that high pressure, a little bit warmer on Friday in the upper 50s. And then for Saturday, mostly sunny, and we're going to begin a cool down with highs in the lower 50s. A lot of northerly air coming down into Washington state, and that will make for some cooler air. We're going to feel that Saturday. For Sunday, lots of sunshine. Even though we won't be all that warm, it's not going to be that bad a day with high temperatures in the low to mid 50s. And then we'll cool down even a little bit more as we get into the first part of next week. Partly cloudy. Just going to call it chilly for Monday with high temperatures only in the low 50s. There will be some clouds moving up from the southwest, so that'll keep us a little bit on the humid side at times on Monday. And then as we get past Monday into Tuesday, another storm system headed our way, and we'll talk more about that as we get together once again tomorrow. Let's take a look now at that 7-day forecast. 41 the overnight low tonight. Will we see this rain? We'll have to wait and see. Rain late developing on Wednesday with mostly cloudy skies, about 55 the high tomorrow. Windy conditions for Thursday, cloudy and a late chance for showers, about a 60% chance for it on Thursday. Mostly sunny. This will be our best day, I think, Friday with mild temperatures and highs about 57. Mostly sunny and cooler on Saturday with high temperatures about 53 degrees. Beautiful job, Malcolm, on that graphic for Halloween. Yeah, it's Halloween on Sunday. Mostly sunny. Shouldn't be a bad day at all. High temperature of 53 degrees. Notice the low temperatures, though. They are definitely on a downward trend. And by the time we get to Monday, partly cloudy, 52 our high, with our low temperature of 32. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Dr. Divis is proud to announce that Dr. Taylor Pedigo has joined the Wenatchee Dental Arts team. After much research, Dr. Pedigo chose Wenatchee Dental Arts as the place to practice and Wenatchee as the place to live. Dr. Pedigo is an honors graduate of the UCLA School of Dentistry and has made our valley his home. Wenatchee Dental Arts offers complete comprehensive dentistry from routine teeth cleaning to sedation dentistry. Wenatchee Dental Arts now offering 2 dentists to serve all your dental needs. Call for your appointment today.
I'm Wenatchee School Board member Maria Iniguez, and I understand that your tax dollars fund public education in our district. That is why I'm holding the district accountable for every dollar spent and have supported a balanced budget, because every community member should know how the district is using funds to support student achievement while maintaining long-term fiscal sustainability. Vote to retain me, Maria Iniguez, for Wenatchee School Board Position 2.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today.
With TV advertising, what we want to do is more deeply connect with the community.
People spot me in different parts around North Central, Costco and Wenatchee, say, hey, you're the pizza guy. And so they wouldn't know that if it weren't for the TV commercials we've done.
We've been here so long that people already know who we are and what we do, but to have that image flash on their television screen as opposed to just hearing it in the radio or seeing it in the newspaper, I just love the fact that we can actually put our finger on when a customer comes in and says, I saw your ad.
It's becoming increasingly difficult in this digital age to know where are your customers listening or watching, because I watch all the different channels that they watch too, like Cooking Channel, History Channel, and so it was wonderful to be able to be on there.
I would say that if you want to do business in Wenatchee, then you should connect with the people of Wenatchee, and there's no better way to do that than with NCWLIFE.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Tuesday to you. Well, not if you're a Seahawks fan. A kicker who just signed with New Orleans a week ago, playing in his first ever NFL game, kicked the game-winning field goal with under 2 minutes to play last night. Saints knocked off the Seahawks on Monday Night Football, 13-10 the final. Seahawks quarterback Geno Smith sacked twice on the Hawks' last chance drive. The loss was Seattle's third in a row. First time since 2011 that the Seahawks have suffered 3 straight defeats. Coach Pete Carroll says it's all about finishing and being smart.
Well, we've come in here a number of times here and really had very similar results in that we're not getting the game when we have a chance to get the football game that's out there for us. And it's really difficult because we're so close to winning games, and we haven't been able to do it at home for sure, which is a real shock to me. So I'm shocked that we're not able to do that, but we're still trying to get these games finished properly, and that means you don't make the mistakes that give them a chance. You kick the ball, you don't make the penalty, and you don't eat the football for losses when you're in the right positions and stuff. So there's things that we can really fix, and we're just it may not look like it from the outside, but from the inside it feels like it's really close. And so we're going to keep hanging and keep battling. So really good play by our defense throughout the night, and then we have this sequence that before the half that it was a shame. It was a shame that we gave them that. It didn't have to happen, and there was a couple things we needed to do and didn't get done. I mean, everybody could see it, cover the running back. And unfortunately, our guys are hanging together, and they're talking right, and they're looking at each other in the eye, and they want to keep battling and make this thing come together. And that's what we're going to keep doing.
Geno Smith connected with DK Metcalf on an 84-yard scoring strike in the first quarter. That gave Seattle an early lead. Saints took a 10-7 lead into half when Jameis Winston hit Alvin Kamara on a 13-yard touchdown pass with 40 seconds left in the half. The 2-5 Seahawks will try to get back on the winning track Sunday when they host 1-5 Jacksonville at Lumen Field. Well, the Seattle Kraken are back on the ice tonight after losing their home opener over the weekend to Vancouver. Seattle will try for their second win of the inaugural NHL season against Montreal. Both the Kraken and Canadiens have just one win on the season. The puck will drop at 7 o'clock. You can watch that on Root Sports Northwest. Wenatchee Wild off until Friday in British Columbia Hockey League play. That's when they'll be in Salmon Arm to face the Silverbacks at 7 o'clock. Wild winless in 4 games so far this season. Radio voice of the Wild, Sean Ziers, says they're close, but just not quite there so far.
Basically getting on top early and controlling the game. I think when they did that against Trail, and they held the lead for a while, it was just these stretches where they just lose everything in about a 3 or 4 minute stretch. But I think that's the only thing that's really, I think, lacking. Now, Chris will say this over and over again. These guys are still trying to gel. I mean, they're still trying to find their way. You still have line combinations that are getting mixed up here in a little bit. And again, you had another goalie in Tyler Shea, who made his debut during the showcase, and really he looked really good. It's unfortunately a lot of point-blank shots that, well, some go in, some don't.
After Salmon Arm on Friday, Wenatchee plays at Trail on Saturday. Their first home games at the Town Toyota Center won't be until November 11th and 12th. Be sure to tune in. You can watch the Wake Up Wenatchee Valley interview with Sean Ziers and Dan Kuntz on our website. Go to ncwlife.com and click on full episodes. There were 3 volleyball games across north central Washington on Monday, so let's open up that Les Schwab scoreboard and find that Ephrata edged Sela 3-2. Pateros knocked off Wilson Creek 3-1, and Waterville Mansfield took 5 sets to defeat Entiat 3-2. Coming up tonight, Chelan travels to Quincy. Omak hosts Waterville Mansfield. Brewster visits Lake Roosevelt, and Okanagan hosts Manson. All those matches get underway at 6:30. 7 o'clock, it's Eastmont at West Valley. Wenatchee's at Moses Lake, and Ephrata is hosting Prosser. We have girls soccer here tonight on the NCW Life channel. Cashmere Bulldogs host the Cascade Kodiaks at the Cashmere Soccer Field. Sebastian Moraga and John Springer will have the call here on the NCW Life channel. The game starts at 6. We'll have it a little bit later after our newscast at 6:30, so a little bit of a tape delay there. Here's a look at the rest of the prep soccer schedule for today. Earlier games, Liberty Bell hosting Lake Roosevelt. Brewster traveling to Omak. Chelan kicks off at Quincy coming up at 6. 2 big matches in the Valley in Big 9 standings. Hanging the balance, Eastmont hosting West Valley. Wenatchee entertains Moses Lake. That is at 7 o'clock. While we're taking a look at the schedule, let's take a look ahead here on the NCW Life channel. First of all, after soccer tonight, we'll have volleyball coming up on Thursday as the Wenatchee Panthers host the Sunnyside Grizzlies. I'll be courtside with your pregame starting at 6:45. That is on Thursday. Then on Friday, Grant and I will be at Wildcat Stadium to bring you senior night. Eastmont hosting Davis and Big 9 football. Pregame starts at 6:30 on Friday right here on your local TV station, the NCW Life channel. That's sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Hey, Grant. Oh, wait. We can't finish yet. We got to talk about baseball, for goodness sakes. You know, his Dodgers are out, so he doesn't want to talk about it. Fall Classic gets underway tonight. Game 1 of the World Series at Minute Maid Park. It's underway right now. Houston Astros taking on the Atlanta Braves on Fox. Framber Valdez on the mound for Houston. Charlie Morton going for the Braves. Game 2 tomorrow in Houston before the series shifts to Atlanta coming up on Friday. I threw a curveball right there to our producer, Malcolm Whitehall. There you go. That's sports news. Grant, I'm sorry, no Dodgers. Back to you.
You're right, Eric. I don't want to talk about it. Now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. Tomorrow, Wednesday, Winning Wednesday returns here for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. And once again, up for grabs, a couple of tickets to see a movie at the VIP spot at the Gateway Theater out there in Old Station. We've been doing this for over a month now. It's a very popular prize. Tune in tomorrow at 7 a.m. or 9 a.m. to find out how you can win a pair of tickets to the VIP spot. And, of course, tomorrow, highlights from Game 1 of the 117th edition of the World Series, my favorite sporting event of them all. I love my baseball. Live and local, Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, provided I don't break the camera. We'll see you tomorrow at 7 a.m. Grant, back to you.
Thanks very much, Dan. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around north central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
Counterplay inside, picking his way back to the 10, to the 5, High school sports is back, and NCW Life Channel's got you covered. Tune in for football, girls soccer, and volleyball right here. Thanks to our sponsors, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Rivercom 911, and Sangster Motors. Follow all the action of high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel.